Philip Ross, and although I can't be with you in Madrid today, I'd like to share a few thoughts with you. I founded my business, unwork.com, almost 20 years ago, and as well as trying to forecast and predict the future of work and the workplace, I've been involved in trying to actually stimulate companies around the globe to adopt innovative new ways of working. I've written a few books with Jeremy Myerson, my co-author, including The Creative Office, Space to Work, The 21st Century Office, and been involved in many other publications and research programs. So my passion is really about convergence and innovation, and to me, flexible working has been a fantastic inspiration for the future for many organisations to provide better places to work, no longer the dumb container of old, the office factory where people are lined up and supervised, but instead something very different, based around the needs of knowledge workers for the 21st century. We obviously focus on technology, and our prime area of interest is on enabling technologies that will change how and where we work. And I can't think of any era in which we've had more exciting technologies to disrupt the way and places in which work is done. We are, in effect, in a perfect storm. The combination of mobile devices, from smartphones to tablets and laptops and so on, with ubiquitous connectivity, phenomenal networks from 4G to Wi-Fi, and of course the cloud, the idea that all software and all data can reside somewhere else, has had a huge impact on the psychology and also the physicality of the office building. It's no longer the container for infrastructure, for files, for software, for processing and for data. It's now become a place for people, and all of that can be put somewhere else. So therefore people connect to people in the brave new world, no longer desks connected to desks and rooms. And this has a huge impact. So we believe that buildings will be redesigned, will be rethought by corporates who want to change the way they allocate space. The idea that actually today about 52% on average of all desks and rooms are empty at any one point in time, while at the same time people can't find meeting rooms, shows that the current mix of space in office buildings is wrong. People want project space, they want collaboration space, they want team space, and they want space to use as they need, based on their activity, their task, and who they are, their psychology, their psychometrics, their own personal preferences. So our view of the future workplace is an activity-based cluster, new ways of coming together, perhaps based on social networks as opposed to the corporate hierarchy, enabled by technology, people carrying their own devices in a bring your own world, connecting to the cloud for everything. So workplace becomes a service, just as software is becoming, and it's on a consumption model, pay as you go, used on a need basis. The future of corporate space will be very different, no longer the homogeneous sea of desks, instead a creative, eclectic range of environments that lets people have choice and empowers people who are much freer to work where they want and how they want, and are measured on their outputs and results, and not their inputs and the time they spend behind a desk. So we think the future is very exciting. We think we're only just starting a journey. We spent 20 years really predicting this kind of initial idea that the office is where you are, as opposed to commuting to a piece of property. I hope that we will together be able to create a much more eclectic future, not just for ourselves and for the next generation, but for our planet, because of course commuting into cities and running commercial buildings are the two biggest emitters of carbon. So reducing the need for traditional buildings and traditional ways of working has a huge benefit for the planet and the environment. So I hope you'll enjoy this conference. I hope this will stimulate you to think differently about the workplace. My colleague Luke Connolly from unwork.com is here and will present with you, and we trust that together we can be a journey to a future that's very different from the monotonous factory of the past. Thank you.